Okay, so let's start. So again, welcome to MTY1103 Analytical Chemistry. This is the next subject and it's your second to the last chemistry subject for your life, as a MT student, no? So yun. Actually, may clinical chemistry pa, although that's more on hindi na siya gano'n ka-chemistry, ano na siya, medtech course na talaga siya, okay? So, this is your second to the last chem. So, kayang-kaya niyo yan, no? So, anyway, before we proceed with the usual, structure of the course, let's go through, let's have an idea muna, ano ba yung anachem, no? So, when you say analytical chemistry, okay, so from the word itself, analytical, that means this is a chemistry that is focused on analyzation, okay? So we analyze stuff here, sa Anachem. Aning ina-analyze. So when we do analyzation in chemistry, we can either have qualitative analysis or quantitative analysis, no? So when you say qualitative analysis, quality ang focus natin or the physical properties, pwedeng yung identity din, no? So, qualitative analysis is focused on determining the identity and the physical properties of matter. Okay? So, pwedeng alamin natin what ions are present, what atoms are present, what elements are present in there, ano yung mga molecules na nandyan. Okay? So, yun yung qualitative analysis sa ANACHEM. When you say quantitative analysis naman, quantity. So, meaning more on sa quantity, dami, no? So, focus to on the stoichiometry. Okay? So, yung qualitative analysis, actually, that has been discussed already sa inyo sa inorg chem. Kung naaalala nyo yung atoms, ions, and molecules, okay? Na-discuss yung properties of atoms there, di ba? Yung mga ions. Na-discuss din sa chemical reactions, yung precipitation reaction, acid-base reaction, redox reaction, pasok yun sa qualitative analysis. Okay? Yung sa quantitative analysis naman, stoichiometry lang yan. Okay, so basically, ang gagawin natin sa Anachem is just to revisit inorganic chem. Okay? So, ano lang to, i-revisit lang natin yung concepts ng inorganic chemistry and ile-level up natin. Okay? So, this subject must not be really, new for you. Hindi na yan bago kasi ginagawa nyo na yan last semester. No? So, what we're going to do here sa course natin na to is just to improve, no? Um, to give this subject a bigger picture, no? To give the concepts ng inorg-chem a bigger picture, no? Kasi mas malawak yung pwede natin gawin from those fundamental concepts, no? Okay, so that's Anachem. So, magfo-focus tayo on identifying the molecules, the atoms, or the ions that are present in your samples, and we will quantify them. Okay? So, Anachem is more focused on answering the question what and how much. Okay? What and how much yung mga sagot niya. Is yung mga sasagutin niya. Okay? So, later on, I will give you a bigger picture pa on how other fields of sciences are related to Anachem. Mamaya na yun after the orientation PowerPoint. Okay? So, yun lang. So, yan. Yan yung bigger picture lang ng Anachem. Okay? So, our objectives here for this course are the following. No? So, number one, we have to analyze the concepts. No? So, let's analyze the concepts behind measurements, solutions, stoic, statistical analysis, the qualitative and the quantitative analysis, and the equilibrium reaction. Just as I told you last time, we already discussed most of this in org chem. Yung measurement, na-discuss na natin yan sa in-org, di ba? Sa stoichiometry, na-discuss na yan sa in-org. Yung qualitative, this is just chemical reactions. Quantitative, ito yung ano lang, stoichiometry, most of which has been discussed already. However, ila-level up natin, no? Kasama sa pag-level up, yung addition ng statistics and equilibrium reactions, okay? So, itong mga bagay na 'to, important 'yan when doing analytical chem stuff, 'no? So, 'yan. So, upgrade lang natin, upgrade in org concepts. So, 'yun ang ating okay, so 'yun ang ano, 'yun ang first objective natin, to upgrade your understanding of the inorganic chemistry concepts. Next one is to understand the fundamental concepts in Anachem. How? Through virtual lab exercises. So last semester, ang ganap natin is meron lang mga videos ng class, experiments. Okay? Pero this time, di na kasi kaya gano'n lang 'no, kasi masyado lang siyang limited 'no. Mas okay kung may interaction kayo sa virtual experiment. So that's why we will, use, websites 'no, that offer free virtual experiments that you can do on your own. Ah, Ako yung magga-guide sa inyo do'n since I'm your laboratory instructor for that 'no. So ayun. Ako magga-guide sa inyo. Dito makikita natin how to prepare solutions, how to do titrations, how to set up voltaic cells, no, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So, yun yung mga gagawin natin. Magkakaroon na tayo ng interactive lab classes, no? Okay? Kasi hindi natin kaya ito gawin sa imagination lang, no? Okay? Next one. We will discuss, of course, the theories governing the chemical analysis and their application to real-life situation. Ito yung focus ng medtech, no? The application to real-life situations. No? For example, you are doing blood chemistry, o kaya urinalysis, no? So, yung ganong yung gano'ng mga test, 'no, laboratory test, they actually use the concepts of analytical chemistry, okay? For example, drug testing that also uses the concepts of analytical chemistry. Lahat ng lab test gumagamit ng concept ng AnaChem. So, okay, so paano? For example, sa drug testing, ang gagawin nyo doon, kukuha kayo ng sample, then you will determine whether there is a drug molecule in that sample. Okay? 'Di ba sabi ko, Anachem answers what, no? What molecules are there, no? So, yun. The fact na nalaman nyo na may ganong molecule doon, may ibig sabihin, Anachem is involved. Okay? Kunwari, urinalysis. Alam niyo, ito yung mga contents ng urine. Creatinine, urea, titignan mo kung may other components pa, no? So, paano mo malalaman yung numbers doon? Okay? You use Anachem, the quantitative analysis part ng Anachem. No? So, alamin mo how much yung ganitong contents and then you will interpret it, di ba? So, yun yung application to real life ng Anachem. No? So, kayo yung makakagawa nun. Okay? Of course, this objective will be fulfilled kapag marami na kayong subject sa medtech na natutunan pa, no? Pag nagpunta na kayo ng mga higher years lalo, no? Mas ma-realize nyo yung importance ng lessons natin in the future. Okay, so next one, yan, to solve life-related problems using scientific methods, no? One example would be the case in Flint, Michigan. If I don't know if familiar kayo sa international news, pero ako kasi nanonood talaga akong balita sa ibang bansa kasi ang boring na ng Pinas. So, ang case sa Flint, Michigan is that there is a contamination in their water supply, no? To be specific, may lead sa water supply nila. Question, paano nila nalaman na may lead? Anachem. How much yung lead na nandun? Anachem uli, no? Then, ano yung harm nun? Alam natin, lead is cancerous, no? Kaya, yun, kinasuhan nila yung state dahil dun sa crisis na yun, no? So, that's how Anachem is used to resolve life problems, no? Pero kayo, sa field nyo sa health science, no? Syempre, kayo yung mag-interpret ng mga molecules sa katawan, gaano sila karami, and what are the possible consequences kapag ganito kataas na yung, let's say, blood glucose mo, no? So yan, may mga corresponding consequences yung mga bagay na yun. Okay? So yan. And the last one, communication. We will try to improve our ways of communicating with other people, kung ano yung meaning ng mga numbers na pinagsasabi natin, no? At kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa paligid, no? Kasi ito naman yung ultimate goal ng learning, no? If you cannot tell kung ano yung nangyayari sa ginagawa mo, hindi mo siya ma-interpret, that means hindi mo pa siya talaga natutunan, no? So we will try to develop this communication part, no? Bakit naging ganito yung reaction, bakit ganito yung na-solve ko, and ano yung implications na ano yung implications nitong ganap na to. Okay? So, yun. Okay, so for this semester, we will be using this material in our Introduction to Analytical Chemistry. Ito ay book ni Skug et al. And this costs around 945 pesos according to Cengage. No? This is a physical book as compared to last semester's ebook. No? Hindi na po tayo gagamit ng OWL V2 na ginamit natin last sem. Yung may access code, di na yung gagawin natin. Sabi nila, this one is physical book. So, I suggest you invest sa physical books. I also have a copy of this textbook kasi mas maganda mag-aral kapag may libro. Pero it's up to you. No? Okay. Other than this material, I also uploaded some reference material sa Canvas ninyo. Punta tayo sa Canvas. So yan, dito sa starter pack, I already uploaded 2 reference materials, Chang 12 edition na chemistry. This is this is in-org chem, no? Pwede niyo yung gamitin sa in-org pag magre-review kayo. And then you have the quantitative chemical analysis by Harris. This is my favorite Anachem textbook, okay? So you can use the two. Okay? Pero ang main material natin would be Scoob, no? So, yun. Pero ito, additional materials, no? And be used to have more than one textbook per subject. Required po ba bumili ng book? Ako, kung ako tatanungin, ako hindi ko na i-require sa ngayon, no? I don't know your finances, no? Okay. Kasi baka mamaya last semester ang problems namin is that some of the students were not able to buy this and that kasi ayun nga limited yung funds na lay off sa work na. So ako hindi ako magre-require kasi we have the materials naman na rin, no. Okay. So kung makikita nyo rin itong itong modules natin dito, itong mga PDFs na yan, andyan po lahat ng lessons na natin. Okay. Pero if you have spare money, no, to invest na pang-invest nyo sa books, then you can purchase, no. Okay, and gawin yung habit yon. Instead na bumili kayo ng other stuff, you invest sa textbooks because pagdating ng board exam, you will find yourself reading lots of them, no. Yan. So, good investment ang books. Pero for now, I may not require you to buy one. Okay? Kasi I still don't know your finances, no? Okay? Kaya nga tinanggal din yung OWL V2 this semester. Last time kasi parang ni-require, di ba? Then tinanggal din kasi yun nga, financial stuff, no? So, yun. Okay? So, yan. For you to pass the semester, the following assessments are needed to be taken, no? So, yan. So, for the formative assessment, this basically quizzes lang yan. So, for the lecture, you will have 10 quizzes. The laboratory, you will have 10 quizzes in total. Okay? So, that means 5 of which will be done during the midterm period and the 5 other sa finals na yan. So, tiglima lang. Baka isipin nyo, 10 agad ngayong midterm, no? Hindi naman, no? Tiglilima lang. And, of course, the usual 20 points ang quizzes natin. Passing is 10. Okay? So, yan. For the examination, this will be departmentals na. Okay? Unlike last semester na iba-iba yung exams natin, this time, iisa na po yung exam ng lahat ng subjects, no? These are some modifications by the department, no? Para mas maging uniform tayo. Okay? Pero yung quizzes, kanya-kanya pa rin to. Exam, lahat tayo, iisa na tayo ng gagawing exam. Okay? Para ma-check natin yung curve ng scores ninyo. Okay, so for the grading system, the usual 50-50. Okay, your final grade for this this semester will be 50% lecture, 50% laboratory. So try to find the balance kung saan kayo mas mag-excel. Okay, so chill na kayo doon. Kung saan kayo medyo hindi mag-excel, doon kayo mag-focus. Okay, so try to get the balance para makakuha kayo ng A uli, B+, no? Okay, so para mas mataas yung grade natin. Okay, for the laboratory component, that's 50-50. Okay, so 50% of your lab grade will be formative and 50% will be the summative assessment. Okay, so ito, yung ganap ng FAU, this is student-centered learning institution where the shift of focus of instruction is from teacher to students. No? However, for now, if you will ask my other students, no, parang hindi ko siya ginagawa, no? Kasi bakit? Ang hirap kasi ng chem na ipaiwan na lang sa inyo, no? So, hindi ako magbibigay, basahin yan, kayo na bahala dyan, no? Hindi, mahirap gawin yan, no? So, yan. Expect na most of the time, magtuturo talaga tayo. We will have regular virtual classes unless there are uncertain, unless there are circumstances na hindi siya kaya gawin, no? So, yan. So, expect na medyo hands-on tayo dito. Okay, so this is our course outline. Dito tayo sa lab, of course. So, ito yung weeks. Okay, so start tayo dito, week 1. So, for this week, orientation lang tayo. So, today, until overview lang tayo ng Anachem. Then, by Thursday, we will continue with the tools used in Chem. No? So, yun yung orientation part natin. Okay, so dalawang meeting tayo doon. Followed by that, next week, we will start with Chapter 1, Solutions. No? So, itong solution ay yung mga concentrations, no? Kung naalala niyo yung senior high school niyo, molarity, percent by mass, percent by volume, parts per million, parts per billion, etc. So, dyan yung papasok. By next week, we will have statistics and chemistry. Itong stats, please, don't be afraid dito sa stats. Madali lang tong stats natin dito. Ano lang to? Central tendencies, mean, median, mode, RSD, relative standard deviation, percent error, and test for bad data, F-test, grab test, Q-test, no? So, yun lang. If you're familiar with that, pasado na kayo. And may shortcut dito. So, if you have a calculator that's capable of doing stats, no? Tuturo ko rin how, no? So, tuturo ko yung shortcuts kasi hindi naman always the longest way ang answer. May shortcut naman tayo. Followed by that, for 3 weeks, no? For weeks 4 to 6, tatlong week yan, we will do gravimetric and combustion analysis, no? Actually, maigsi lang to, no? So, if matapos agad natin to, we can proceed with the acid-base equilibrium and the solubility equilibrium. And kung maaga tayo matapos talaga, we will have rest, no? Magpapahinga muna tayo for, let's say, kunwari, 1 week advance tayo. Magpapahinga tayo that week. Then we will have our midterm exam on the 9th week, which is March 15 to 20. Okay, so take down nyo na yung mga important dates, no? March 15 to 20, that will be your midterm examination. Okay. After that, we will have the finals. Chapter 5, acid-base titration and fundamentals of electrochemistry. Ito yung redox reaction. So, kung mapapansin nyo, putol yung redox reaction na diniscuss natin sa inorg chem kasi itutuloy yun dito. Okay? Then, followed by spectrophotometry and chromatography. Okay? So, yun. Then you will have your final examination on May 17 to 22. Okay, so note nyo, May 17 to 22, final exam. Then, second year na kayo nun. Pagpasado. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, so these are the scheme of work, no? Ito yung weeks from now. So ngayon yung week 1. So kayo na bahala mag-layout kung ano yung mga kung anong dates dyan sa week na yun. No? Ngayon kasi yung week 1 natin. Okay, so we will have no assessments for the first 2 weeks kasi adjustment period. Okay, so some of you may opt to transfer to other instructors. That's okay. Kung hindi pasok sa schedule nyo, pwede lumipat, no? Or kung hindi nyo bet, pwede lumipat. Pero pwede rin naman tayo madagdagan, no? So, ganun. So, adjustment period pa naman, pwede maglipat-lipat ng schedules, no? Para ma-check nyo kung ano yung fit sa inyo. Okay, so starting by week 3, this is around the first week of February, we will have chapter 1 quiz, no? Okay, solutions yon. Then, tuloy-tuloy na yan, okay? Mapansin nyo, 4 na chapters lang andito, pero sabi ko kanina, we will have 5 quizzes, okay? For certain chapters dito sa ating lessons, magkakaroon tayo ng 2 quiz. No? Okay. For example, most likely ang 2 quiz natin ay chapter 3. Chapter 4 pala. Acid, base, and solubility equilibrium. Diyan tayo pwede magkaroon ng 2 quiz. Teka lang. Ito. And chapter 4 and chapter 5. Okay? So, yun. Dun yung possible na 2 yung quizzes natin. Pero we'll see pa. No? Para mas strengthen yung ating ideas. And by the way, this time, pwede ako magbigay ng mga ungraded assessments din. No? Okay? So, usually, mga ano lang, 5 to 10 questions just to check kung ready na kayo to take the quiz. Okay? Ungraded yan. And this is the scheme of work for TAL. Wala namang analog learner sa inyo, of course. Nandito kayo sa Teams eh. So, yan. Okay, classroom policy, number 1, fulfill your tasks with academic integrity. Okay, emphasize natin, academic integrity. Huwag po magkopyahan. Okay, so there are limitations with online classes. Hindi namin kayo mapapagilitan pag kayo ay nag-cheat. Pero please be honest with yourselves. No? Kasi tandaan nyo, may board exam kayo. No? Okay, so yan. So, wag masanay sa cheating kasi pagdating ng board exam, wala kang makokopyahan doon. Okay? So, yan. Just be honest with yourselves. Pag nag-cheat kasi, that's a sign na sumuko na kayo sa sarili nyo and wag kayo susuko sa sarili nyo. Kaya nyo yan. Okay? So, wag mag-cheat. Observe professionalism and honesty in carrying out your projects and assessments. No? Although rare naman. No? Teka lang. Ayan. Hindi ko lang kung naririnig niya yung meow. Lumabas yung pusa ko. Anyway. Ano tawag dito? Ayun. Rare naman yung occasion na magkakaroon kami ng essay. No? Siguro sa mga GE nyo. No? Doon pwede magkaroon ng essay and stuff. No? Pero sa ngayon, ang tip ko lang, huwag kayo kakopya. So yun lang. Be honest with yourselves. Next one is for you to acquire your materials. You will use them. And they are all uploaded already on your Canvas accounts. No? So kung babalik tayo sa ating Canvas, saan ko ba nalagay yun? Ayan. So if you check your Canvas, itong homepage or the modules page, andyan na lahat ng materials natin. So andito lahat ng lessons for the lecture and for the laboratory. But of course, I will provide you additional materials pa during our discussion. No? Pwede ako magbigay ng mga worksheet and stuff. No? So yan, pwede pa yung madagdagan. Pero yan yung mga PowerPoints na gagamitin natin. Okay? So if you want to download them, just go to Files. May question pala si Juan. Sir, once a week lang po ba ang meeting or twice a week? Ako po, usually, if you will ask my former students here, sinusulit namin yung bayad sa akin. No? So, yun. So, sulit yung Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday classes niya sa akin. No? So, ganun kasi ako madalas. No? Okay. Pero if you will not be able to attend, may ano tayo, alternative dyan. Later on discuss ko. Nag-react si John Gabriel. Di ba? Sulit na sulit. Ano, bayad niya sa akin dun eh. Okay. So anyway, yung ating lessons, andito na siya. Ito sa lessons folder. Just click the three dots there and download. Mada-download nyo na lahat ng lessons nyo. Yung mga textbook naman na in-upload ko, dalawang additional reference material, download nyo na lang. Yung worksheet, wala pa yung laman. Okay, kasi hindi pa naman tayo nag-start eh. Okay? So, yan. In case na hindi kayo makapasok, no? Kunwari, nasobrahan ng tulog or may sakit, no? Or kung ano pa man nangyari sa buhay natin, may alternative kami, no? Okay? So, if you will ask my former students here, meron kaming YouTube channel. And na-public ko na pala yung YouTube channel natin. Okay? So, kaya ako nire-record yung classes, I download them kasi, and by the end of the day, I upload them sa YouTube, no? Para available pa rin yung material. Para kapag kunwari gusto nyo mag-review or gusto nyo magpaantok, ayan, panood kayo sa YouTube natin. So, my YouTube channel is J Kemi. Okay? Hindi po ako yung may-ari ng alcohol na J Kemi. Sana ako na nga lang, no? Pero ayun. So, yan. Just J Kemi. Andito po yung lessons namin last sem. Ito yon S1AY 2021. Okay, so ito po yung class recordings namin nung org, no? If you want to review, go visit this playlist, no? Andyan yan since orientation ko sa kanila until the end, no? Yan, kung gusto niyo manood ulit, sige, mag-binge watch kayo diyan. Okay? Etong S2AY 2021, this will be our playlist for this semester. So I will upload all the videos starting from this orientation until the end, no? Dito. Okay? So if hindi kayo maka-attend, just check kung ano yung check nyo lang kung ano na yung video natin dyan. Okay? Ganito naman yung pangalan niya eh. Ito, MTY, yan yung subject name. Ito yung section nyo. Tapos chapter 1, chapter 0, day 1. Pag chapter 0, meaning orientation yan. Okay? Kunwari, day 2, di kayo naka-attend. Hanapin nyo dyan yung day 2. Ganun lang. Okay? So, yun yung mga alternatives natin kasi hindi natin alam kung ano mga pwede mangyari in the future. Pero maganda, may copy tayo ng lessons na. And you can access them even by just using your phones. Pwede kayo manood ng lessons kahit nasa-travel kayo, etc. Okay. Kasi kapag nasa Microsoft Stream, di ba dati sa Microsoft Stream ina-upload, ayun. Ang problem doon is mahirap siya sa cellphone. Laptop talaga yun, no? Or iPad. Pero itong YouTube, kahit saan pwede, di ba? Okay. So, if you want to study in advance, meron din playlist na AY 1920, Basic Analytical Chemistry. Ito yung lessons ko last year, no? During lockdown, gumawa ako ng recording ng lessons. Although di ko siya natapos kasi hindi namin natapos yung syllabus, no? If you want to study in advance, please check this out, no? So, yan. Nag-start ako with equilibrium. Then, umabot ako ng titration, yes. Okay, so kung anong gagawin natin, andito na yon. Pero syempre, this time, mas calibrated na yung lessons. Kasi ito, snap lang to eh. No one is ready for online class kasi dati, no? Kaya yan. Pero napagganyan kami. Okay, so pwede panoorin nyo yan. Yan. Pwede na kayo mag-advance o kaya pwede naman mag-review kayo. Okay, punta lang kayo dito. Ay, ito ba yun? Ito pala yun, AY 2021 S1 class recording. Ito yung lessons namin sa last sem. Meron dyan org-chem, in-org-chem, in-org-org, andyan yung mga subjects namin dati. So, yan. Yan. Kayo na bahala mag-explore. Okay? So, you can use that whenever na hindi kayo makaka-attend ng classes. Okay? So, ayun. So, yan, you have the options kung ano gagawin nyo. Pwede kayo magbasa in advance, manood in advance, or makinig ng classes, no? Okay, so regular naman yung classes natin, no? Sinasagad ko yung class hours ko. Siyempre, para sulit yung bayad. Okay? What else? Organize your schedules. Anachem is a calculation-intensive subject. Ang daming calculation dito. This will include logarithms, exponential functions, no? And then yung mga properties ng logarithm, gagawin natin 'yon, no? So madali lang 'yon. So pero for others hindi siya madali, no? So I want you na kapag gagawa kayo ng inyong week schedule, give time to review math. Yes, math po yung gusto ko talaga reviewin nyo, not the chem itself. Bakit? Kasi yung chem, yun na yun eh. Yun, as is na yung concepts dyan. Pero yung math yun dumadali. No? Yun yung nagpapamali sa calculations natin kapag mali kayo sa math. No? So, kaya gusto ko gawin nyo yung routine. As much as possible, give at least 30 minutes to review math. No? Statistics, reviewin nyo yun kasi ang students madalas nadadali hindi sa chem, kundi sa math. Okay? Sa math involved sa chemistry. So, yan. Mag-aral maigi kasi starting next week until the end, puro tayo calculations. Okay? So, wala tayong kawala. So, have your calculator with you. And kung gusto nyo mag-upgrade ng calculator, better. Okay? So, may mga tricks doon. Mga shift solve, yan. So, pwede nyo gawin yan. Kung hindi nyo pa alam yon, tuturo ko na lang. Okay, pati yung statistics din sa calculator, that's very handy. Okay? And if you have any problems with your internet connectivity during assessment, just let me know. Okay? So, I can address your issues na. Okay? So, yan. So, with that, welcome to this subject. Do you have any questions before we proceed with the overview of Anachem? Any questions about the subject? Wala pa naman. Okay? So, sige. So, basta if you have question, don't hesitate ha. Kahit madaling araw kayo mag-message, most likely makaka-reply ako doon. Okay? So, yan. So, let's proceed with the overview. Onting slides lang to. Maraming chika lang. No? Tapos, cut tayo by 12 noon. Okay? Tapos next meeting na lang ulit tayo magkikita. Okay? So, yan. Ay. Teka lang. Yan na naman siya. Wait lang ha. Yun. Okay? So, okay. So, let's start our chapter 0. Okay? Basically, part pa rin to ng orientation. So, let's have an overview of analytical chemistry. Bigyan natin siya ng bigger picture. Bakit napaka-important nito? Okay? And bakit siya parang mahirap? Okay. Yes. Alamin natin. Okay, so what is analytical chemistry? Basically, kung ano yung sinabi ko kanina, yun din yun. Analytical chemistry is the chemistry that is focused on analysis. No? Analysis. Kaya nga analytical, no? So, hindi lang siya analysis, more on reasoning din siya and logic, no? So, this is a subject where your minds will be really tested, no? So, paanong type ng analysis sa Anachem? Ano yung mga types of analysis? Okay? Parang research lang yan. So, there are two types of analysis in this subject. We have the qualitative analysis and the quantitative analysis. When we say qualitative analysis, we are focused on the qualities of matter. Either that's the physical property, the color, or the identity of matter that you are looking for. Okay? So, ganun lang. Yun yung qualitative aspect. And this is most likely more on memorization lang to. Most likely, memorize lang tayo dito. Kung naalala nyo pa yung solubility rules, magagamit nyo yun dyan sa qualitative. Kung naalala nyo pa yung types of chemical reactions, magagamit nyo yun sa qualitative analysis. Okay? So, yun. Yun yung part na puro memorization lang tayo. Okay? So, again, when we say qualitative, we are focused on the qualities of matter. Its identity, its physical properties, its color, its shape, etc. Okay, so yun yung mga qualitative analysis. But when you say quantitative analysis, quantity, meaning we are focused on the amounts of matter. Okay, so when you say amounts of matter in chemistry, that's stoichiometry. So it involves the mass-mole relationship, the conversion of moles of one substance to another, and the use of other equations, no, such as gas laws, no. Ano pa ba yung mga laws? Basta maraming equation na susulpot pagdating dito sa quantitative analysis. Okay? So yan. So this is the memorization part, no? So I want you to recall your in-org talaga. This is the calculation part, the quantitative analysis. No? So I want you to strengthen your maths, no? So yan. And ano ba importance ng Anachem? Bakit kayo meron neto? No? Kasi ako ay isang chemist. So dapat alam namin to. Ang question sa isip nyo siguro, bakit pa kailangan ng Anachem? No? Kasi yung feedback siguro ng higher year, ay ang hirap lang yan, no? Ganito ganyan, bla bla bla. Pero let's let's check. Ano ba yung importance nito sa field ninyo and sa other field, no? So sabi dito that Anachem is applied throughout all sciences. Yes, pag sinabing sciences, lahat ng field of study. Okay? Na gumagamit ng scientific method. So basically, lahat yan. Engineering, natural sciences, physical sciences, health sciences, no? So lahat tayo, gagamit tayo ng Anachem, even earth sciences, no? So paano? So this chart shows us the relationship of analytical chemistry with other branches of science. Okay? Siyempre obvious yung Anachem nasa chemistry, 'no? Ito yung 5 subject na tinitake namin sa board exam. Yung Anachem yung pinakamahirap, pero pinakanakakatuwa, 'no? Kasi paglabas namin ng board exam nun, natawa na lang kami sa hirap. Ayun, pero kailangan niyo pumasa, 'no? Ayan, matatawa ka, nakakabahan ka. Okay. So yun, and siyempre under na yan sa chem. Pero magtataka kayo, bakit may physics na may Anachem? Ba't engineering may Anachem? Bakit yung material science may Anachem? Bakit yung social science may Anachem? Ba't yung geology may Anachem? So, isa-isahin natin yun, no? Para makita natin yung important role ng Anachem sa lahat, no? Okay? Kasi yung gusto natin ma-develop ngayon is yung appreciation na yung subject na to, hindi lang siya mahirap. Importante din to, okay? That's why we have to study this, okay? Kasi kapag wala tayong motivation na gano'n, tatama rin talaga kayo, no? So, let's motivate ourselves na important si Anachem at kailangan natin siya aralin talaga. Let's go sa physics, no? How is physics related to Anachem? Okay? So, tignan nyo. Ang sun natin, our sun is a main sequence star. Okay? So, main sequence star yan. And by main sequence star, we mean 99% of its composition ay hydrogen. And the other ay traces of helium, magnesium, carbon, and etc. Okay? So, ito yung question ko sa inyo. Paano nila nalaman yung elements doon? And paano nila nalaman yung percentage ng elements sa sun? Paano? Sino yung sasagot ng what and how many? Anachem. Okay? So, paano yon? Okay, paano nga ba? Hindi naman sila pupunta sa araw. Tapos magtitimbang doon. Siyempre, mamamatay ka muna bago mo magawa yun, di ba? So, paano nila na-identify ang elements doon and paano nila na-quantify? Through analytical chemistry. If you could recall sa course outline natin, we have spectrophotometry. Spectro meaning light. Metry, measurement. We can measure through light, no? So depending on the color or the brightness, we can tell kung ano yung mga nandun, ano yung elements doon, no? Ano yung mga molecules na nandun, and metry. Pwede natin sila bilangin. Okay, so depending on the intensity of light, the color of the light, you can identify anong elements yung nandun and gaano sila karami. Okay? So yung spectrophotometry part ng Anachem, yun yung ginagamit sa physics in order to identify the composition of the elemental composition of stars, of celestial bodies. Paano nila nalaman na may water sa moon? Anachem din yun. Paano nila nalaman na may methane sa ganitong planet, sa exoplanet na to? Anachem din yun. So they make use of spectrophotometry, measurement using the electromagnetic radiation. Okay? So you can make use of the electromagnetic spectrum to determine the molecules, yung identity nila, yung atoms, yung identity nila, and you can count them. Okay? For example, Betelgeuse. So Betelgeuse is a star sa Orion's belt. Nasa Orion's belt ba yun? Basta somewhere there. Hindi ko alam kung nandun siya sa Orion's belt o nasa paanan ni Orion. Okay? Pero yung Betelgeuse, that is a red giant, no? Red giant, kulay orange yon na red, no? Orange red, red orange, ganun yung color niya. Tanong, bakit? Kasi maraming carbon doon. If you will check, kapag yung kandila ninyo, sinunog nyo, kulay orange yon. Bakit? Because carbon emits orange color kapag uminit. So, ganun din yung Betelgeuse, no? Yung star na yon. Malapit na yung sumabog, actually. Okay? So, pag sumabog yun, makikita daw natin yun sa night sky, no? Anyway, so yun. Paano nila nalalaman yung elements na yun? Because each element give off certain colors, no? Kung naalala niyo yung video ng flame test, yung flame test nung in-org natin sa lab, di ba? May sodium, kulay dilaw. Yung lithium, kulay pula, no? Yung potassium, kulay lilac, purple siya. Okay? Copper, kulay green, no? So, each element will give off certain colors, no? And yun yung ginagamit nila para malaman yung identity ng element. Yun yung concept ng spectrophotometry na nasa Anachem. Okay, so that's how Anachem and physics are related, no? They make use of spectrophotometry. Punta tayo sa engineering, especially sa mga material optimization. Actually, pagsabayin natin to, engineering pati material science, no? Ang thesis ko kasi material science yon, polymers. Anyway, sa ang focus naman sa eng ay optimization, no? So, kunwari, gagawa ka ng material, let's say bakal, no? So, kailangan alam mo yung percent composition ng mga bakal-bakal na yon, di ba? So, depending on the amounts of certain elements doon, mayroong corresponding effect yon sa strength ng materials. No? Kunwari, nasobrahan ng ganitong element, pwede siyang maging marupok. Nasobrahan ng ganitong element, meaning, masyado naman siyang flexible, okay? So, i-optimize mo yung, yung inyong ingredients sa material mo na yon to make a good material, no? So, ganun yung ginawa ko sa thesis ko about polymers, no? Yun, gumawa ako ng mga compositions, then I found out na itong mixture na to, this will give me the best, the best results, no? So yun, may Anachem doon kasi more on composition, percent composition siya, no? Alamin mo yung ratio, proper ratio ng substances that are needed, no, to produce an optimized material, no? Okay. So punta tayo, social sciences. Paano nagkaroon ng Anachem sa social science? Focus tayo sa forensics. Bakit? Kasi ito yung may speaker sa school namin. Isa siyang forensic chemist sa Valenzuela, no? Okay. So, kwento niya, isa siyang chemist, syempre. Okay. So, ito yung kwento niya. Sa forensic chemistry daw, or sa forensics, pag nag-work kayo sa crime lab, no? Ito daw yung important. Anachem, pati calculus. Okay? So, bakit? Kasi ito daw yung nangyari sa kanya. First case niya, may patay. Okay? So, may patay. Ang question sa kanya, kailan niya namatay? Bakit niya namatay? Yun lang. Siya nang bahala doon. Okay? Yung question ng kailan siya namatay, that can be answered by calculus, Newton's law of cooling, no? So depending over time, the body temperature will equilibrate with the room temperature, no? So depending on the temperature difference ng cadaver and the environment, you can deduce kung anong time siya namatay, okay? So yung calculus lang yan. Pagdating sa paano siya namatay, chemistry yung sagot doon, analytical chemistry. So ano ginawa niya? Siyempre, di mo naman pwede tanongin yung patay. Patay na yan eh. Binuksan niya yung katawan. Okay? Tapos, ano yung unang ginagawa nila? Kinukuha nila yung stomach, yung liver, yung kidneys, no? So, yan. Tapos, ang ginagawa nila doon, inage-extract sila ng chemicals out of that, no? So, sabi niya, kumuha daw siya ng slice ng liver. So, kumuha siya ng slice ng liver, blender niya. Okay? So, paggawa niya ng liver smoothie, no? In-extract niya yung molecules na nandun. Okay? So, pagka-extract ng molecules na nandun sa liver, dinaan niya sa gas chromatography or hindi ko alam kung anong kung gas chrome ba yun or nag-titration siya. Basta ganun yung idea. Kinuha niya yung chemicals na nandun sa liver, tinest niya. Okay? Using Anachem. Then, may na-detect siya. May cyanide. Ano yung cyanide? Cn-, di ba? Cyanide, anion yon. Yung cyanide, kapag nasa katawan niya ng tao, it can shut down your metabolic processes, therefore killing the person. Okay? Pwede niya i-shut down yung electron transport chain. Okay? So kapag may cyanide sa katawan, patay talaga, no? So, yun. Nalaman niya through Anachem na may cyanide yung katawan ng tao. Therefore, that person died because of cyanide poisoning. And yung kwento niya na yon, nag-reflect sa akin yung idea na nung bata pa ako nun, okay, 2000s or 2010, noong mga time na yon, uso yung cyanide poisoning. Parating nasa balita yon. Okay? So, may silver cleaner. Tapos yun, namatay daw dahil sa silver cleaner. But the actual reason is the cyanide in the silver cleaner. Yun yung reason ba't sila nade-deads. No? Okay? So, uso kasi yun dati. Kaya, hindi na ako nagtaka. Yun din yung possible reason na namatay yung tao. No? So, yun. Okay, so may tie doon yung Anachem, no? Punta naman tayo sa ibang field pa. Dito na lang, last one, geology. Kunwari, isa kang naghukay-hukay ka ng mga artifacts, no? Tapos may nakita ka bone, no? Kunwari, may buto ng dinosaur. Okay, question doon, gano'ng katagal yan na nandyan? Kailan pa yan huli nag-exist? May Anachem doon. You can use carbon dating, which uses Anachem concept, no? So, paano ginagawa yung carbon dating? You will detect how much carbon-14 are there in your artifact, and you will compare it to the ambient carbon-14 content sa atmosphere. Pag pinag-compare mo na yung dalawa using calculus, you will derive kung kailan siya huling nag-exist. Whether that's 100,000 years, billions years ago, no? So, yun. May Anachem din doon. Okay? So, yun yung parang unexpected na extension ng Anachem, no? Hindi mo akalain may Anachem sa physics, sa eng, sa materials, sa social science, sa geology, no? Pero yun yung important, yun yung maganda sa Anachem, no? Na hindi lang siya applicable sa atin, sa natural, sa physical, and sa health sciences. Hindi lang sila sa atin limited. Instead, they can also be applied to all other fields of sciences, okay? And that makes Anachem very important, no? Lalo na kapag chemist ka. Ito yung exam na pinakamalaki, yung percentage, no? Okay, sa malaki hila na ito. Pag hindi mo talaga siya napasa, bagsak ka talaga, no? 25% to ng overall namin. Tapos yung ibang subject, 20%, 15% lang ng overall score namin. So, yun yung reason bakit yung Anachem very important, very crucial, kasi it will help you to understand or to explain kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa ibang field, no? So, pwede ka makatulong sa ibang field, okay? So, that makes Anachem important, no? So, hopefully, nakita nyo yung importance ng Anachem doon, no? Okay? Kasi kapag hindi nyo nakita na important yan, baka mawalan kayo ng motivation. So, gusto ko ma-motivate kayo na kailangan ko to aralin kasi mukhang enjoy eh. Ano kaya yung sinasabi ni sir na calculus? Ganun-ganun, no? Madali lang equation nun. Okay. So, yun. Yan. So, Anachem will really help you to communicate with other fields of sciences kasi siya yung nag-a-answer ng what and how many. Okay? And all the other fields will ask that. No? So, yun. So, that's how important Anachem is. So, hopefully, na-appreciate nyo siya. No? Okay? So, balik tayo sa quantitative methods. No? Paano ba gumagawa ng chemical analysis sa Anachem? Okay? So, when doing chemical analysis, specifically quantitative analysis, we can do two types of measurement. Pwedeng direct, pwedeng indirect. Okay? So, when we say direct measurement, we are obtaining quantitative data through mass, directly, through mass or volume. Okay, so kunwari nakuha mo yung mass ng matter, o yan yung quantity niya. Kunwari may uling, 1 kilogram of uling. So ibig sabihin nun, 1 kilogram of carbon. Yun na yun, direct. Okay? Pero kapag indirect measurement, you are using proxies or you are using proportionalities to determine the quantity of your substances. Ano example niyan? Yung stars, no? Paano nila nalaman 99% yung 99% yung hydrogen sa star natin? Paano nga ba? By using the light intensity. Okay? You will use proxies or you will use proportionality depending on the intensity of light. Yun yung corresponding na amount ng substance. Imagine nyo na lang, yung tubig, murky water, ibig sabihin malabo na tubig. Kapag yan super labo, ibig sabihin mataas yung concentration ng pollutants. Pero kapag yan ay hindi malabo, ibig sabihin walang pollutant masyado, no? So depending on the intensity of the color, you can determine the quantity of the substances that are in there. Kapag super blue yan, ibig sabihin maraming copper. Kapag hindi yan kulay blue, edi walang copper masyado. Okay? So, ganun. You can use proportions, no? Okay? Pwede ring electrical charge. I don't know if nakakita na kayo ng glucose meter, pero I tried one. Hindi naman ako diabetic. Wala lang. Trinay ko lang. Okay? So, pag nakita nyo yung glucose strip, yung dulo nun, yung lalagyan mo ng dugo, parang may circuitry doon. Pero syempre, bata pa ako, di ko pa alam tong anakem nun. So, may circuit doon. Wala, tinusok ako, yung lancet, tapos ginanong ko yung dugo. Tapos, lumabas doon yung reading ng glucose level ko. Okay? So, ang question, paano niya nakuha yung dami ng glucose ko sa blood? Paano nga ba? Okay, so ito yung sagot. Indirect measurement, no? Bakit? Kasi yung circuitry doon pala sa test strip na yon, minimeasure niya yung voltage, no, that can be transmitted by the blood. So kapag mataas yung voltage na na-transmit niya, that may mean na mataas yung blood glucose. Pag mababa yung voltage na na-transmit niya, that means mababa yung glucose. Okay? So itetest niya kung gaano kataas yung voltage transmitted by the sample, by your blood, then that will correspond to a certain blood glucose level. Ganun din yung pH meter. Kung nakatry na kayo ng pH meter, ilulublob nyo lang yan sa tubig, sa solution, tapos lalabas na yung pH or yung concentration ng hydronium ion. Okay? Paano yun? Yung pH meter, yun ay gumagamit ng electrical charge. No? Inaalam niya yung voltage ng paligid sa sarili niya. Pinagko-compare niya yung dalawa. Okay? Madidiscuss natin yun actually sa potentiometry. Okay? So yun, ko-compare niya yung voltages ng paligid, yung pwede i-transmit ng paligid compared sa standard na nasa loob niya. And by comparing the difference of the two, yun, pwede niya ma-measure yung pwede niya ma-measure yung concentration ng hydronium ion or yung pH, no? Thermometers, no? Ito yung thermometer ko kasi lately nagkakasakit ako. Although flu lang naman. Okay. So, thermometers, paano niya na-measure yung temperature? Kung titignan niyo yung dulo niyan, may metal, di ba? Actually, if I'm not mistaken, tawag dito thermocouple, no? So, ito, kapag mainit yan, it will transmit higher voltage. Kapag malamig yan, it will transmit lower voltage. So, depending on the voltage, you can determine kung ano yung temperature mo. Okay? So, yun yung, yun yung concept behind this type of thermometer. Sa infrared thermometer, I think that's more on reflectance naman, no? Okay? So, yun yung ways to get quantitative data. You can do it directly and indirectly. Okay? So, pag direct, kunin mo lang yung mass, kunin mo yung volume, yun na yun. Pero pag sinabi nating indirect, you have to use proxies. You have to use proportionalities, no? May ratio ka pang kukunin to determine the actual amount of your desired quantity. Okay? So, yan. Ito yung question. Alam na natin, we can do direct and indirect measurement. Ngayon, paano tayo mag-a-analyze ng ganyang dalawa? Okay? So, we can classify analytical methods through the four methods of analysis sa ANACHEM. No? So, number one is the gravimetric. Number two is the volumetric, electroanalytical, and spectroscopic. Parang ito yung core topics or ito yung core concepts na ginagamit in measuring stuff sa chemistry. Let's go with gravimetry. When you say gravimetry, ibig sabihin, gravity, metry, measurement with gravity, or basically, kukunin mo lang yung mass or weight. Okay? So when you say gravimetric methods of analysis, we are focused on the mass or the weight of our substance. Then we can derive the number of atoms in there, or the moles of atoms that are in there. Okay? So yun yung gravimetric methods of analysis. When you say volumetric methods of analysis, hulaan nyo, the volume. Okay? So depending on the volume of the substance you have there, so depending on the volume of your substances there, you can convert that into moles of your substance, either using gas laws or molarity equation, which will be discussed next week. Okay? So yun. Next one, electroanalytical methods. No? So sa electroanalytical methods naman, um, it makes use of electrical properties of matter, such as voltage, current, resistance, and the charge. No? So depending on the variations with those electrical properties of matter, you can quantify the amounts of your substances. No? And then last one, we have the spectroscopic methods, which makes use of the electromagnetic properties, no, of matter. No? So kasi dual, dalawa yung characteristic ng ating matter, di ba? Okay? So yan. So you will make use of the electromagnetic property of your matter para malaman kung gaano karami yung molecules there or yung atoms there and yung identity nila. Okay? So yan. And these are other um, methods that are used in Anachem, though we will not cover them anymore kasi to be honest, ang Anachem, 3 sem yan pag BS Chem ka. Okay? Pero ngayon, isang sem lang to. One shot lang to. No? Kaya tinanggal na namin yung mga ibang parts. Okay? Okay, so yan. Ito, next meeting na tong ganito. No? Okay? So, yun lang naman. Ang gusto ko lang makita ninyo sa ngayon, yung general picture ng Anachem. Okay? So, I want you to see na Anachem is not just limited to our field. No? Hindi yan limited sa health, sa natural, and sa physical sciences. Pwede din yan i-apply sa other sciences. Okay? And ito yung ways of measurement. No? At ito yung core concepts na i-discuss natin until the last part ng SEM. No? Yung 4 na yan, yung 4 methods of analysis, yan yung i-discuss natin isa-isa sa lab na. So, yun. Okay? So, do you have any questions with our discussion or any... Okay, bahala kung may tanong kayo or or okay naman ba? Hindi pa pala ako nagpapakilala. Okay, the usual, sa dulo ako magpapakilala naman. Last sem sa una, ngayon sa dulo naman. Okay, so baka magtataka kayo, sino kaya yung nagsasalitang yun? Ako yung instructor nyo. I'm Sir Jim Cruz. Okay, so I am Sir Jim. Pwede naman Jim lang, no? Ayan, so I'm Sir Jim Cruz. I will be your instructor for this semester. Some of you have been my students before, so alam nyo na yung kwento ko sa buhay. Okay, so yan. I'm a registered chemist, no? Okay, so yun lang. Yun na. Wala na akong kwento na iba. Okay. Ano pa ba mga kailangan ko ikwento? Nagturo ako sa 2 university, no? PUP, sinabi pa ni John Gabriel. PUP and FEU. Diyan ako nagturo. Okay, originally I'm from PUP 2018. Right after graduation, board exam, then nagturo ako. Tapos, mainit sa PUP, nag-FEU ako. Joke lang. Okay, so PUP, ano yung tinuturuan ko doon dati? Nagturo ako ng senior high, pati ng food tech. Sa FEU naman, tinuturuan ko, syempre, kayo, medtech, bio, psych, and education. Okay, mga science ng eduk yan, tinuturo ko yan. Okay, so anong subjects tinuturo ko? Hulaan nyo, chemistry, Gen Chem 1 to ng senior high, in-org chem, org chem, in-org-org, in-org-org, ano pa ba? Anachem, pati Biochem. Ayan, ito yung mga tinuturo ko. Pangalan ng pusa ko. Ayan, di ba last sem, yung mga student ko dati, di ba dalawa sila? Wala na yung isa eh. So, siya na lang mag-isa, kaya maingay siya. Pangalan niya, actually, di na ako nagpapangalan ng pusa. Bakit? Kasi ang dami namin pusa sa bahay, mas 15 ata. Okay, sobrang dami nila. Wala na akong maisip na pangalan. Ayan. Tamang baby na lang. Baby. Ganun. Sir, may you see the pusa? Wala. Lumabas na yung pusa. Naghahanap ng pagkain yun eh. Ayan. Lumabas eh. Next meeting siguro magpaparamdam uli yan. Gutom na yun eh. Okay. So, ayun. Just to sum up lang, no? Again, all your course materials have been already posted sa Canvas. You can download them na lang. Okay. So, just go to Files. May 3 buttons doon. Download. Click download. Okay. So, ilang MB lang naman to. I think yung PDFs ay around 70 MB lang. Reference materials, yan ay, ito yung medyo malaki, 100 plus or 200, no? Kasi textbook yan eh. And again, yung required textbook, sa ngayon, hindi ko muna siya sasabihin na required. I don't know your finances, no? Okay? Tsaka, andito na naman yung lessons natin, no? Okay? Pero kung kayo, you have spare money, you can invest, no? Okay? Ako nga, may copy ng book, but kayo din. Okay? Investment lang. Magagamit nyo rin yan in the future, no? Okay? Tsaka, saya kayo sulatan ng book. Okay? Any other questions about the class? Okay? Okay, so I think wala na, no? So it's nice meeting you all, and this recording, yung recording ng class natin will be uploaded on YouTube. So mamayang gabi pa naman, no? So please check na lang. And ganun yung nangyayari sa atin. Kapag di kayo maka-attend, that's okay, no? Punta na lang kayo sa YouTube, doon kayo manood, no? Okay, so hindi naman tayo mag-attendance, no? And recitation, kung tatanungin yung mga students ko dati, yung recitation either by volunteering or random, no? Okay, kung sino mag-raise ng hand, sila yung tatawagin. Pero hindi yung graded, no? So ang graded lang natin ay yung quizzes and the exam, no? So yan, so I hope na nakita yung importance ng Anachem, no? And yan. Okay, so sige, so end na natin yung class natin. Wala nang questions eh. If you have any other question, just drop by my email or dito sa Canvas, no? Nagre-reply naman ako ASAP, no? Unless may ginagawa. Okay? So, yan. I'll see you again on Friday. And thank you for attending this class, no? So, bye-bye and ingat po.